Hello everyone out there, welcome back to Life is a Bowl of Cashews, where life is sweet, salty, and a little nutty. I'm Brian Hull, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Paul! Hello, humans.
Now, let's talk about some randomosity!
Welcome back, Brian Hall.
Oh, welcome back to you, Paul.
Thank you. Have you noticed I always say your full name, but they don't know my full name? I do that on purpose, obviously, but...
Well, yeah,
it's kind of funny.
You're allowed to not say your last name
I
if you
know.
don't want
I just
to.
think it's funny that Brian Hall, Paul.
Well,
Kind of goes together.
well, you keep saying it. You could just call me Brian if you want. I mean, you are my best friend.
Brian.
Yes.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
weird. It's like I call you that every day or something. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to use it.
But you like to call me Brian Hull when we start the podcast. For
I
some
do.
reason.
I do like. I don't know why I call you Brian Hall. I have something stuck in my tooth. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not getting it. All right, we'll try it later. Okay, so walking, doing my thing at the house today.
I wish y'all could have seen what he just did with his hand.
What did I do?
You did like this wave, and then you
Oh.
were like, "I'm walking,
Walking.
I'm walking,"
Walking.
and your arm looked like a dolphin that was trying to get back into the ocean,
Heck
and
yeah.
then like the ocean
How did-
froze while he was in midair, and then he started flopping around on it.
How
It was just
did
like,
you
so
hear
I was
me-
walking, I was walking.
It's stupid. Did you hear my dolphin impression? You missed it. I went, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Because I didn't realize it was supposed to be a dolphin. That sounds like a chimp.
I know. What do dolphins sound like?
They have that little.
I sound like a dying dolphin.
Well, I mean, you looked like a dying
My
dolphin when you
dolphin
did
was
the thing with
having
your hand.
It was,
'Cause it was
bad
like,
thing.
and then
I died in the ocean because a whale ate me. That makes
a
me
whale's
sad.
not gonna eat a dolphin.
How do you know?
Whales don't eat dolphins. Orcas might, but they're technically dolphins too.
Schmorkas?
Orcas.
Oh, orcas. I thought you said
I'm about to say,
schmorkas.
don't be saying like nobody knows what an orca is.
Everyone
Everybody knows what an
orca
orca is.
Well, not everybody. But I will say that
Well, most people call
Well,
them killer whales, but
what
still,
would eat a dolphin? A shark?
sharks could eat a dolphin. Yeah,
But I thought sharks are scared of dolphins.
for the most part, they have a weird, to my
It's
understanding.
like a frenemy relationship.
Yeah, to my understanding, they're very frenemy. Either they just ignore each other or they're mad at each other. A dolphin could take down a shark, but a shark could also take down a dolphin.
A dolphin could take down a shark.
Yeah, they're smart. Brain over brawn.
No, I know, but like power. Like what do they do? Just
Dolphins are powerful.
dolphins.
Yes, you act like dolphins are these like
They're lovable,
delicate
cuddly
little
little
flowers.
things.
They're not delicate little things.
No.
Have you ever seen how big they are up close? I remember I
actually haven't.
So we're on this vacation, and my parents gave me some spending money. And they're like, you can use this on whatever you want for this vacation. You just don't get more. And I found a swimming with dolphins thing.
Oh.
And I was like, that's what I want to spend my money on. Granted, in hindsight, I realize now that's probably not super ethical for the animals, so I wouldn't necessarily do it again. But that's not the point. So the point is, I went in there. I was like 11 years old, and I was like, I can't wait to swim with dolphins. This is going to be great. This is going to be fun. And then I saw them.
And they're
They're huge.
Are
They were
really?
way bigger than I expected them to
But
be.
you were
And
also 11.
I was 11. I admit that, but I
Oh
wasn't
my
too
God,
far off from
I
this side.
just imagined a little 11-year-old Brian Hall. I want to go play with dolphins, everybody.
Why do I have a New York accent?
I don't know.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to go swim with dolphins.
I just imagine you. Mom, did you know that dolphins are one of the most smartest dolphin things in the universe?
The smartest dolphin things in the universe?
I don't know why it's sounding like this. Oh my gosh.
I don't know either.
But it's funny. Okay, but you were in there. The things were ginormous.
Yeah, so
But do they have teeth?
yes, they have teeth. They eat fish.
I'm not very animal smart.
Now, granted, they don't have teeth like sharks. They are sharp,
Yeah.
and they are meant to be
To hurt.
carnivores.
Yeah.
They are carnivores. Their teeth are not quite like sharks. I'll give you that. But no, if a dolphin wanted to mess you up, they could. They don't want to.
No, thank you.
But the reason why they get this nice reputation is because they don't normally hurt us because they're smart mammals and we are mammals.
Right.
So we have this innate connection to them. Sharks aren't mammals. They're fish. And they're not as smart.
Fish are not food. They're friends.
And then to even quote Finding Nemo, they even immediately went back to, except stinking dolphins.
Is that what they said?
They really did.
Except dolphins.
Oh, yeah, dolphins. They think they're so cute. Oh, look at me, I'm a flipping little dolphin. Let me flip for you, ain't I something? I was just like, that was so ironic. You went to that line when we're talking about dolphins.
I just
and then
remembered
it went back to dolphins.
That's kind of funny. I like
Why
that.
are we talking about dolphins?
I don't know. Why are we talking about anything on this podcast?
Yeah, so like, I was freaked out half the time. It was still fun.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I'm just like, the dolphins, they're going to hurt me.
Okay. At least you were, as an 11-year-old, excuse me, I burped. How rude. At least as an 11-year-old, you were brave enough to go into the water, pet a dolphin, be up close to it. At 35, I think I was, when we all went to Hawaii.
You would not touch the ocean.
No. It wasn't the ocean. It was the controlled, secured, non-dangerous.
Yes, this is even better. This is even better.
Non-dangerous swimming pool.
Okay, I need to set this up. I need to set this
Go
up
ahead,
for
you
everybody.
can set
I need
it
to set
up.
this up for everybody. So we went on vacation to the Alani Resort in Hawaii. If you all know that, it's the Disney resort. We just go hang out. We mainly stayed at the resort the whole time because there's so much to do. This is not an ad for them, by the way.
Although Disney, if you want.
If you want me to talk about Disney, just
Pay
know
us
who to
and we'll
talk
do
to.
it.
You got my number. But they have this at the resort. They've got this basically giant pool.
Yeah.
That you can snorkel in.
It's a salt tank.
It's a salt
basically.
tank, and it's
Really
designed
nice.
to replicate the ocean.
Yeah.
And inside they put tons of fish in it, so you can go
Cool
snorkeling
fish, yeah.
and guarantee to see fish.
Oh, guaranteed.
It's basically like an aquarium tank, but you
Yeah.
get to swim on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's like all that stuff. So I went and did it a lot because I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, our
'Cause you get
friends
to-
did it.
Everybody did
It
it.
was everything. And then
You
tried.
tried. You tried.
First, I just want to. He set that up perfectly because I have this swimming gear on. You have to wear
You have to wear
a
flippers.
life vest and flippers, and you have to have goggles, like just
and the
everything they ask
snorkel,
you to
'cause you're
wear.
snorkeling.
Because you're snorkeling, yeah. So I get in there, and first thing I do is it's freezing water. And I look at the lifeguard or whoever she is, and I'm like, this cold. And she goes, yeah, the fish like it cold. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's true. It's for the fish. So then she goes, you just kind of have to go in, right? Like, and I'm watching Brian and my friends doing it, and I'm like, okay, and my wife did it. Like, it's a thing. So, like, we're going, and I'm watching them do it, and I'm like, why can't I do it? And so I'm like, okay, guys, I can do this. So I kind of go into the deeper part. And I start swimming, and I start kind of floating there, and I go underwater. Now, mind you, I have my goggles on. I go underwater. I can see clearly, and I see this dinosaur of a reptile. Mind you, the thing was like the size of a guppy. But to me, in the moment, it was a dinosaur-sized reptile. Maybe it looked to me like Megalodon coming at me.
Megalodon's not even a dinosaur or a reptile.
It looked like one to me. Coming at me, and it was a rainbow-colored Megalodon coming at me at speeds that I can't even comprehend.
It was probably going half a mile an hour.
The thing scared me so much that I blew bubbles at it, thinking that it's going to scare it away. And it did, because of, apparently rainbow-colored size megalodons
I bet you anything it was a parrotfish. I bet you anything it was a
Come
parrotfish.
to find out, when the lifeguard stopped laughing at me, it was a parrotfish. When the lifeguard realized, oh, you're a wimp, got it, stopped laughing and said, are you okay? And I said, yes, but Megalodon over here scared me. She said, that's a parrotfish. And I went, oh, I don't know what those are. So I went back in the water hoping, okay, I'm going to do this like a big boy. Didn't work out again because I couldn't breathe this time because I had so much anxiety that I kept going. So I couldn't breathe underwater. So I couldn't stay in there long enough. And then I see you over there, freaking Jack Hanna, and I couldn't. And I'm like, this is insane. Are you serious? And then our good friend David is there too. And he's like, this is amazing. And I'm like, okay, you know what? None of this is fair because you have Brian, who's an animal like mastermind. They probably control them with his brain. And then you have David, who's a pastor and who probably just floats above water because Jesus. So I was left out of this whole equation going, where do I fit in?
You're allowed to come in the water.
You're not allowed when you believe that a parrotfish looks like a rainbow-colored megalodon coming at you at speeds
I think that
can't
just
comprehend.
sounds like you just need some exposure therapy. We need to get you in a pool with we'll put a minnow in there. We'll start with a minnow.
Brian, do you not remember my honeymoon that I told you?
I said
story?
we'd start with a minnow.
It was a minnow. The thing was a minnow. Okay, story number 2.
You want to keep telling these stories going.
Story number
I
2.
love 'em.
I was on. This is before I knew Brian. I was on my honeymoon, and my wife and I were very sorry. I had a cough and a sneeze at the same time. I don't know what that was. Anyway,
So that was like a sneeze
a sneeze, yeah,
or a snuff.
a snuff. It was a snuff. I had a snuff.
Snuffs are
So
snuff is more
as
fun.
I'm finishing my my snuff. So we're on our honeymoon and we took a Disney cruise that my parents gave us for our wedding gift. And I said, oh, how very nice. So we went on this Disney cruise and we went to Disney's Castaway Cay, which is like this private island. Really cool. So we're there and, my wife, my brand new wife is like, hey, honey, let's go snorkeling. And in my head, mind you, she knows I'm afraid of this stuff. But in my head, I'm like, okay, I can do this. So the guy is all like, what size, blah, blah. So I get all the gear. And I want to set this up a little. In the middle of the ocean, it's not really, well, it's ocean.
It's not the middle of the ocean.
No, it is.
I've seen Castaway
You
Cay.
stop it right now.
You're not. You're about 20 feet from shore, maybe.
You're right. But the point is that it's scary. But they also have it like netted off.
Yeah.
So where big animals can't come in.
Nothing
So
bigger
only
than
like a guppy.
Maybe
a parrotfish.
Maybe something about the size of like a $50 could fit through this
and it's
thing.
all retrofitted and decked out. It has like Mickey old statues of pirates. Like it's really cool. So my wife's way out there, probably like 20 feet from shore, but in the middle of this 20 feet lagoon or whatever is a lifeguard sitting in the middle of it. They swim up to it. So I'm there and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Okay, that's Minnie Mouse as a pirate. Oh, that's nice. And oh, look, that's that. And I turn around. And as I turn around, this man is feeding the fish. Mind you, you're allowed. Well, guess what that does? It attracts schools of them.
That's what people want when they go snorkeling.
I did not, Mr. Hall. All I remember going is like, okay, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And a school of fish start surrounding me and coming because that man was close to me. I freak out.
And we need to put it in perspective. Each one of these fish was maybe an inch.
The point is, it was uncalled for. I didn't ask for this.
Yes, you did. You went snorkeling. That's what you do on snorkeling.
That man who had breadcrumbs attracting my enemy.
What? If they're your enemy, why are you there?
He is my nemesis. So, to continue the story, I get so scared that I hightail it back as fast as I've ever swum in my life to the shore. I get out. My wife turns around and goes, where's my husband? Oh, I'm at the shore because I'm scared. The lifeguard from where he is laughing and going, I've never seen anyone swim so fast ever. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I got scared. He goes, what'd you see? And I said, fish. And he laughed even more. My wife comes on shore, starts laughing at me, and I never go snorkeling until we go to the Alani again. And that was my second experience, which, by the way, was even scarier.
Should we start you with a fish tank? Like, not even put you in it. Just look at these animals to realize they don't want to hurt you.
I don't want them to... Okay, you know what? We're done with fish.
No. What is it?
It touches, because I'm afraid it's going to suck my skin off. Like a piranha.
I don't have words. Where has there ever...
This is how they sound. And they're going to come and kill you.
No, they really sound more like a bloop, bloop, bloop. So, I want to dive into this because I
don't want to dive into it.
Dive into it.
I don't want to metaphorically dive into this.
What, Have you seen something about a fish taking off somebody's skin before?
No, I've never seen that. I just don't. I don't want to be touched by a fish.
Okay, you don't have
Can
to be
you
touched by a
imagine?
fish. Do you? Yeah, I've been touched by fish.
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Well, and also anytime I cook a fish, I touch a fish. It's not a big deal.
That's not even a thing.
Yeah,
well, it is a thing, but no.
Like the other side of the fish. Like
Fish
I would go fishing with my grandpa. I'd pick him up.
Scary.
I'd have to grab him by the mouth.
No.
They don't have teeth.
I burped again.
Well, not all of them.
I'm going to
Some of
tell
them
you
do.
something. The answer is a strict and hard no. Although, my daughter would like to try it. So.
Oh, I'll take her.
I was going to put my big boy pants on and do it.
Oh, okay.
Golly.
I was trying to protect my friend who doesn't want to do it.
It is kind of scary, but I need to get over it because I want to do it because it seems fun.
It is fun.
It isn't fun, though. It isn't fun when you think megalodons are going to attack you.
So what is it about touching a fish you don't like?
Nothing. I just don't want it to touch me.
Oh, okay, well, there's a reason you don't want it to touch you.
Is this
What
therapy time with Paul?
No, I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What is it about the fish you don't want it to touch you?
I'm getting bored of this topic.
Okay, fine. I was trying to help, but okay.
I don't want to help.
Okay. You just said you needed to get over it.
I want to switch topics.
Okay,
I don't
we'll
want to
switch
talk about
topics.
the rainbow-colored megalodon.
We'll stop.
I'm going to have nightmares.
All right, we'll stop now.
Okay, we'll stop the
now.
fish topic for now.
For now.
For now. For this probably hot moment. I do have a question for you, though.
Yes.
Mr. Brian.
Yes.
Bluey.
Yes, what about Bluey?
Best show I've ever seen. I want to... Schindler's List pales in comparison to Bluey.
Wow! Wow!
Bluey is a masterpiece.
Wow!
As a parent, I see Bluey. I see you, Bluey.
I will say this. I have watched a lot of preschool shows with your kids. Can
we stop there for a second?
Okay.
Can we stop? Just really quick.
Okay.
You said, I watch a lot of preschool shows with your kids. Did you just say that?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we should rephrase that to say, I watch a lot of preschool shows. Period.
I don't watch yes, you do! I don't watch preschool shows when your kids aren't around.
Yeah. You liar.
I only had the Lion Guard. That was it.
That's not a preschool show.
It was Disney Junior.
That's not a preschool show.
What preschool show am I watching without them? Name me one.
I thought you liked watching, what's that show? The Muppet Babies show.
I don't watch Muppet Babies.
Oh.
I watched the original Muppet Babies when I was younger.
That wasn't you. That's me. I like watching Little Pony sometimes. That's me.
You stopped me when you were just like...
Guys, that's me.
You said you watch preschool shows with my kids. I'm like...
That's me.
Did I say something that was wrong or
No,
bad
not
about
at
your
all.
kids? I was
No.
like, what happened?
No. I was like, what a nerd. He watches preschool shows, and then I realized it was me that watches a Little Pony sometimes.
Because it's
Okay,
like...
you know what? Little Pony is good. I could be a brony. I get it.
Are you talking My Little Pony?
Yes, with Rainbow
Okay.
Dash. Excuse me. That girl
Okay.
flies.
I never could get into that one.
It was, mind you, I don't watch it anymore, but I used to, my wife caught me watching it. She goes, what are you watching? I wanted to say something like, Laura Croft. Something nothing came out. I said My Little Pony. I wanted to say something else, but.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering why you stopped me.
Adult content. No, I'm not. I'm watching My Little Pony.
Well, I mean, I watch stuff that's like aimed at, well, what's traditionally considered kids content. I use that with, quotations because not all of it is designed for children, but it's safe for
Let's
them.
talk about Bluey then, because
Okay.
Bluey's a masterpiece.
Well, I was gonna say, I have
Forrest
never.
Gump and Bluey.
Well, that's
Same.
why I was gonna say it. That's why I said preschool show specifically. There's no preschool show that has caught my attention so much that I would go watch it on my own, except for Lion Guard, but that's
Sans
because
Bluey.
Lion King. And then Bluey comes along, and I have to admit, I wouldn't go nuts for it on my own, but when the new season came out and I only got to see a few clips here and there when I was over with your kids, I had to go watch some of the other more episodes because
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good. That's one of those I feel like is made equally for the adults and for the kids.
100%.
It is one of those shows that I would say is 100% actually made for families.
Yes. No. It's
Not just
amazing.
kids, not just adults. But
I love
for everybody.
Bluey. I love Bluey.
It is way better than I expected it to be.
Oh my gosh.
It is
And my
way
kids
better.
adore it. And I
No,
love
they
watching
do.
them laugh. I mean, it is just so good. And the parents make me laugh because I'm telling you as a parent, that is exactly what I think and want to do.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, oh my gosh, I've done that. Or oh my gosh, I've said that. Or oh, I want to say that.
Oh, I've heard you. I've seen y'all do a couple of those things.
Oh, it
And
makes me laugh.
I love the fact the parents are real.
Yes.
Like,
None
it's
of this
not like
fake
those,
stuff.
hi there, how are you doing?
No.
Oh, well, be ready for the sock hop tomorrow.
Sock hop. Like, what are we in the 50s?
I don't know.
Were they called sock hops?
I think they were.
Where's my phone? I don't have. Oh wait, I do. Hold on.
I don't know why they would call it a sock hop
Where's
either.
your phone?
Did
Get your
everyone
phone
know?
out.
Goodness.
I want to look at what a sock hop means.
I thought it was a party.
Well, no, I know it means a party, but like for the peoples that were alive in the 50s, what exactly is a sock hop? I know it's a party, but why is it called a sock hop? Because you're hopping in your socks? That doesn't sound right. What is a sock hop?
A sock hop or socks hop, often also called a record hop or just a hop. There's a lot of words to this.
A lot of this.
Was an informal sponsored dance event for teenagers in the mid 20th century featuring popular music. Oh, here we go. Why did they call it a sock hop? Because in the 50s and 60s, teens would take off their shoes and dance in their socks on the floor of the gymnasium.
Oh my gosh, so they call it a socks hop.
Because you're wearing your socks and you take your shoes off.
Oh my god, I was right. First of all, we need to go back to those days and dance like that because that is just the best. Who doesn't want to dance with no shoes on?
I don't.
I don't either, actually.
Because someone's going to step on my foot and that's
not
even
even that. Like gym floors are super slippery.
Yeah, they're nasty.
And then you're going to die.
They're gross.
So as you're dancing, I wonder how many people die during sock hops.
I don't think many people died.
No.
I feel like there'd be more like, twisted ankles or sprained ankles and stuff. I feel like there'd be a lot of that.
You know, the school nurse is like, I hate these things.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were.
Oh, there's another one of those shock hops. You guys don't have to deal with all the injuries I do.
What would be her name?
Ethel.
Ethel. Oh, God. So, Nurse Ethel?
I'm Nurse Ethel over here. I got to deal with all this. No one else does. Oh, there you go, Susie. I told you this was going to happen. Get over here. Oh, goodness. Everybody, just wear your shoes next time. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Wear them next time. Get back over
How old
there.
is Nurse Ethel?
You'll never know. One half of people think she's pretty young. The other half is pretty sure she ate brontosaurus burgers growing up. You never know with her. It's a
Wow.
mystery. She's an enigma.
She really is that Nurse Ethel.
Yeah, Nurse Ethel.
Nurse Ethel. Well, knowing what sock hops are, knowing what sock hops are, knowing, I had a quick stroke. Knowing what sock hops are. So, Brian.
Yes.
I need to tell you something.
Oh no, is this gonna be like a big reveal or something?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Why'd you eat my filet mignon yesterday?
You have no proof of this. I didn't touch no filet mignon except for the one I ordered for myself. It was medium rare. You never order a medium rare.
Wait.
No, you always order a
medium rare.
No, you like a medium, don't you? Dare pretend otherwise.
No, we're not starting this again.
Oh no, we are.
You
are.
owe me,
Stop
you
it.
owe me $3.50.
You only paid $3.50 for that?
I did. I got it over the local butcher. He was throwing it away.
He was throwing away filet mignon. What's wrong with him?
It was nasty. Did he not see the green stuff growing on it?
Why were you gonna eat that?
I wasn't gonna eat it.
Mine wasn't green. I don't know who ate that one. Might ask Richard. He's sick at home today.
Richard ate it?
Maybe. I didn't eat nothing that was green. Who eats green meat? No, don't change the subject. Why are we eating green meat? That's messed up.
I was gonna give it to Patty Joe.
That's even worse.
Whoa.
Why are you buying bad meat to give to someone else?
Patty Joe, my dog.
That's even worse. Stop. Don't hurt your dog.
No, it was good meat. I was just gonna.
It wasn't good meat. It was green. No good meat is green. Not
I
even
was
like
gonna.
iguana meat or something. It's not green.
You need to calm down.
No, you need to quit eating green meat. You're gonna get sick.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I hope it's not more green meat.
You remember that chili you ate last week?
Oh, no, don't even.
Well, I'll be honest with you.
No, I
was-
looked at that. It was not green.
I cut the green off,
Oh.
and I sauteed it in a pan. The butcher next door said it was okay.
The butcher next door needs to get fired.
He did.
Exactly my
did.
point.
He got fired.
Don't listen to
He
him.
got fired.
But that's why I was sick for a week and I never knew it. Stop being you.
Look, I'm being honest.
I know you're being honest. You're being a little too honest. Now go for honestly, you need to learn how to prepare your food.
I did.
No, you didn't. Whoever taught you wants you to die.
You know who taught me?
Who
My
did?
ex.
Well, that explains
Sally.
everything. Sally?
Yeah, Sally taught me to cook.
Isn't she in jail now?
Attempted murder.
I wonder who she attempted it on.
Me.
Exactly.
Twice.
If the meat is green, it ain't keen. Don't be keen on meat that's green.
Is that gonna be a new saying?
Don't
be keen on meat that's green. Okay, that's gonna be our new saying.
Oh, no.
I want to point something out. If anyone from any country that has an accent like that is listening, don't take offense, please. It's just for fun. This is just for fun.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone with this accent eats meat that's green.
Well, I don't think anyone really has this type of accent, 'cause I don't even know what I just did.
All right, now it's American.
American?
American.
No, we're
Particularly
American?
West Coast.
West Coast American?
Well,
You
not
don't
that.
say.
That's not West Coast American.
What's it is?
I don't know.
Look at you now. What kind of accent am I doing now?
You almost got a Georgia thing pouring out like
Georgia?
like molasses coming out your mouth.
I like eating molasses.
Who got that Office reference?
I did not.
Needs to be more like a Georgian accent, have it flowing out your mouth like molasses.
I don't remember that.
And he said it.
Oh. I don't remember. That's really sad. Okay, look, I'm going to tell you the truth here.
Okay.
Life is a bowl of cashews.
It is.
It really is.
Salty,
really is.
sweet, and a little nutty.
And a little bit of the nutty, to be
It is.
honest with you. So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about
Boop.
there are these.
Boop. Boop.
We're not experiencing a technical difficulty. That's Paul.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to talk about there's so many of these sayings that people love to say to sound smart, but they're really stupid. And I hate them. It's like those it's supposed to be like those brain teasers, like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. Yes, it makes a sound. Shut up!
How do you know? You're not there to hear it.
Sound is vibrations.
Right.
When a tree falls, it makes a vibration. So whether someone's there to hear it or not, it produces the vibrations, which are sound. So
That is
yes,
true.
it makes a sound.
Why does that bother you?
It bothers me because I feel like they were designed by somebody who wanted to seem smart, but in actuality was an idiot. Because it's just like, hey, you know what? If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Well, yeah, it does. But does it?
Wait.
I don't know.
This-
Ha ha! I'm smart!
This saying has been around for generations.
I know, and every time I've heard it, I hate it.
Who was the person that made this up? Do you know their name, or
No.
what would their name be?
I don't know. Todd.
Todd. So okay, Todd. What did Todd do for a living?
I don't know. I think he made horseshoes.
So Todd was a horseshoe maker.
Yeah.
And what year approximately?
Oh, I'd say 1600s.
1600. So we have what part of the country? Like what part of the world? Say
I'm gonna say
Pennsylvania.
1600s.
Oh yeah, we weren't quite around yet.
Pennsylvania.
We weren't there yet.
No,
All right,
I
go
was
ahead.
about to say
Go
like
ahead, sorry.
England. Or...
Why do we always pick on the English?
I don't mean
Pick
to pick
another
on
part.
the English.
Pick
Well,
on
because I would imagine somebody who's English Most of them are very, very intelligent.
Very. But Todd.
But
is
Todd's not.
So
Todd's not. So
is
he
a
wants to fit
local-
in. So
a
he gets to,
local
yeah.
horseshoe maker, and he wants to fit in
Yeah.
the 1600s. How old is Todd?
I don't know. Let's say 23.
So 23-year-old Todd, he's a horseshoe maker. He lives in England somewhere in probably a rural town that no one really cares about. And one day, he just says, if a tree falls in the forest, you hear it? They just randomly said it?
Yeah, I guess so.
He wasn't talking to anyone that made
No.
him feel inferior and wanted to like,
Oh,
I'm better than you.
He
let
was.
me-
He always felt that way.
What made him feel that way though? Like what?
Nobody was intentionally mean to him or anything. It's just they would have conversations about things he didn't understand.
Okay.
And so he would just be like, well, I'm going to come up with something to make me seem really smart.
Yeah.
And then, like, he was out doing his blacksmithing thing, and then his buddy Dave came up, and he was just like, oh, my gosh, this tree fell over on my my wheelbarrow. And I'm like, oh, did anyone hear it? He's like, no, because no one was around to hear it. Hey! I can sound smart now!
Was Dave, you said is his name?
Dave, yeah.
Dave. Did he make fun of Todd a lot?
No, he was actually one of the few people. Well, nobody made fun of him. That was the
No one
thing.
made- Todd just felt this way.
He felt that way. It was all an inner monologue because he was convinced everyone thought he was an idiot because he couldn't join in most of the conversations. Because let's be real here, the boy was sheltered. He didn't know much about what was going on.
Are
in the
you
real
talking
world.
about yourself?
No, I'm not talking about me. I am sheltered, but that's not the point.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue about Todd. I apologize.
So he's over there going like, hey, I'm going to sound smart. And I'm going to say, hey, look, this tree fell in the forest and no one was around to hear it. Did it make a sound?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Right.
obviously it did. But because he asked it that way,
he asked.
it's led to be like this philosophical question where there's really an answer, but everyone pretends that there's not to sound
Right.
smart.
Wow. I feel bad for Todd.
I
He
do
really has
too.
low self-worth.
He does.
Wow. But he's super smart.
I didn't say that.
So no one really made fun of Todd. He's just
No.
a 23-year-old
This was all in his own head.
All in his own head. So
Yeah.
he wanted to make up a saying to make him sound really smart. Did he interject the saying in just random conversations all the time?
No, it's like it started that way, and then people sat down and were like, oh, well, did it make a sound? I don't know. Did it? I don't know. And then like, wait, you asked the ultimate question. We could not answer. And he's like, obviously it made a sound, but I'm not going to tell you that.
So wait.
And he's getting like lifted up onto
these people?
chairs. And,
Who are
like,
these people saying?
the town.
But are these like
And then it became a
philosophers
saying.
in the town?
What?
Philosophers. Are they in
Yeah,
this town?
philosophers of the town. We're like,
And they're like, you've asked an unanswerable
you
question.
know, like you see those cartoons where there's
Yeah.
like this guy who's not the brightest, but he says one thing that gets people thinking, so they claim him as a genius.
Yes.
And then they realize, oh, he's not really a genius.
No.
That's kind of what it is, but for some reason the saying stuck.
Wow. For that long.
Yeah. So up till now.
Whew. That until now.
I hate that saying.
So we're not saying it anymore.
I hate it. You can say it all you want, but I don't
I'm
want to say
gonna
it.
say that we should probably respect Todd's memory and continue using that phrase.
And y'all can say it all you want, but we have an answer. It made a sound.
Okay.
There's no other way around
Okay.
it.
All right. I know this has nothing to do with you personally.
It doesn't.
No, not at all. It has nothing to do about you. So that's good, right?
Well, no, I was just saying. So we started all this just by saying I don't like those
No.
things that are supposed to make you think, but in reality,
No,
there's a
wait,
really obvious
wait.
answer.
I know. I'm talking about Todd sounds like someone I know.
Well, yeah, but that's just because I'm drawing off my own experiences. But I didn't make up the phrase.
Although if you did, would you have? I don't know. Does that make money? You
I
can
don't know.
trademark it.
I don't know. Maybe it was just because when I first heard it, I'm like, well, there's an obvious answer. It made a noise, but then everyone's like, oh, but did it?
Like I
and
just
I'm like,
did to you.
well, no, it's like I remember when I first heard about it. I actually got it from Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah.
Because it was that one episode where he was like trying to take philosophy, and the teacher was just like, well, no, not really.
Right.
And then he mentioned that, so I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Of course it made a sound. And then I go to school, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was really stupid, wasn't it? It's like, no, did it make a sound? Like, yes! It's obvious it made a sound. And everyone's like, well, you don't know, you weren't there. That's not a good argument! So you're telling me that there's this one time, I just wasn't there for it, but there was this one time where physics decided it didn't want to work anymore, and the tree fell, and nothing happened.
Nothing. You just unbelievable. Right.
I
hear
don't
you.
understand how this is even a question.
I have never seen you get so worked up over this
I
before.
don't know. It makes me irrationally angry because I
like
hate
it.
this question.
I like it though. I like the passion behind it. There's a lot of passion behind it.
I don't know.
I dig it.
I've never understood
I dug it.
that
dig it,
question.
dig it.
I know there's more that are like in that same vein where it's just like, oh, philosophy question. You ask a question. Some of them are legit and they get me thinking, and I like those.
Right.
I think that's why it makes me mad. I like philosophical questions that don't have an answer. I like them. I think they're a lot of fun, and I'd like to explore some here on the podcast at some point. But I hate the ones that pretend to be philosophical questions, and they're not. That's what I hate.
First of
I
all,
don't like
I
that.
hope Todd just died a horrible death because he
I
deserves
don't wish
it.
that on the guy.
Second, I also commend you on bringing this very touchy subject up because this was hard for you.
It wasn't hard. I was trying to make a fun conversation where we.
I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
Can you not tell that I'm joking
I
still
can't.
after
I
almost
can't
10 years of
tell.
friendship?
I can't tell. You think it's obvious, but it's really not.
Oh my God, get over yourself. I was going to say something and I forgot. That's really sad. Okay, as we wrap up, I want to bring something up.
Okay.
First of all, I have a stuffy nose.
I
Second,
noticed.
can you please do Mario saying goodbye in the night? Like, see you later, people. Do it.
Okay, are we already done?
We're wrapping up, but I just want you to do it.
We can. I feel like we didn't really finish talking about the last subject, though.
I know, that's who cares?
Did we want to conclude our thoughts on it?
What subject?
The thing we've been talking about for like the last 5 minutes.
What have we been talking about?
Philosophical
seriously.
phrases.
Oh, you weren't done with that?
I felt like there was more that needed to be said. I don't have much more to say, but I felt like you were just kind of like, oh, okay, you don't like them. Let's move on. I was like, well,
No.
Do you like them? Do you have other ones that could?
Oh, yeah, no, you got to ask me questions. Go ahead.
You just cut me off before I could.
Okay, so I'll start all over. All right, so we're as we wrap up here, I know that you want to. Why don't you ask me what I feel about these questions?
Okay, so you know that some of these get on my nerves, but do any of these like really resonate with you? Is there's one that like, oh, that one's really cool?
No, and I'll tell you why. I'm not smart enough to know any of these questions.
That's not true.
No. I'm smart, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Like the falling in the tree thing, I know that one. I don't know any other sayings like that.
There's got to be more. Like, I know I've heard more.
How
I
would
just
you
can't
type
think of
that
them.
into Google?
I don't know.
Smart sayings? Ooh, type that in. See what you get.
I found a subreddit of somebody saying, like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound, is a great example of humanity's overinflated sense of importance.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Are you trying to say, like, if we're not around, I guess what it's saying is if we think it can't make a sound when we're not around, we're so important that sound bends to our will.
I guess why would
Well, because
that,
I'm on the other side of the fence on this one, so I don't. That
why
one's
would
definitely
that
applies
be
to me.
humanity's
I guess
inflated sense of importance? Like if we, like you said, if we didn't hear it, then it never happened.
Yeah, see, here we go, right here. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound. It's a philosophical thought experiment that raises questions regarding observation and perception.
Yeah,
What question does it raise?
of observation and perception. That makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like this is, I feel like it's the equivalent of somebody saying like, "Hey, the sky's blue." Well, technically, that's commenting on, our observations. But is that actually a philosophical thought?
Yeah, but then you also have to look at questions like, is the sky really blue, or is it reflecting the ocean, or is the ocean reflecting the sky?
It's actually not doing either. It's actually the water particles in the sky that's reflecting off the light.
Okay, so it's the sky reflecting.
It's the water in the sky that's being reflected.
So what's it reflecting?
The sun.
To make it blue?
Yeah, the light hits the water droplets. It
The light
produces
hits
blue.
the water droplets. Oh, so the light hits the water droplets and it makes it blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so the light hits the water droplets and it makes it blue.
Yeah,
So why is the ocean blue?
because it's the water. It's the water molecules, not the
Right.
water molecules. The water droplets in the ocean that are reflecting off the sky, so it's a darker blue.
So the ocean reflects the sky.
Yeah,
See, I didn't know that.
I think that's what it is.
See, then that not challenges, but that.
Well, that's more understanding your perspective. This isn't a not a theolo.
But it does make you
But
think, doesn't it?
it does make you think, but not necessarily in a philosophical way. That made me think in a scientific way. I guess I'm saying that
that makes me think philosophically, because if you really think about it, if I was alone by myself in a room. No, that's not true. So wait. So if let's say the house exploded.
Okay.
Let's say a house exploded.
Okay.
And no one was in the vicinity of that house exploding. No one would have heard that house explode.
Right.
So did it make a noise when it exploded?
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, but you're not there to hear it, so it didn't make a noise.
Yes, it did.
To you, it didn't.
No, just because I didn't hear it doesn't mean the noise was not created. See, this is what I'm saying.
But no one heard it, so therefore was a noise created.
Yes, it just wasn't an earshot of anyone.
But that still challenges your perspective of observation.
But does it?
And well, it challenges your perspective, because I personally would think if I didn't hear something, if my wife came up to me and said, "Do you hear your daughter screaming?" I'd be like, "No." So it's not happening to me. So it never happened.
Well, it did happen, though.
It did happen because my wife heard it, but it didn't happen for me.
Well, you eventually deal with the repercussions of it, so it's not like just because you didn't hear it at the beginning, that's her drawing your attention to it, saying, "Hey,
but
your daughter is screaming. Can you go deal with that?"
Who draws the attention to the tree, though? Falling in the forest.
Well, whoever eventually stumbles upon the tree.
Will go, "Oh, that tree fell."
Yeah.
But he didn't hear the tree fall.
Well, yeah, because no one was around in the vicinity. That doesn't mean it didn't make a noise.
But you don't know that.
I do know that. It's called science.
Well, if a tree falls, it's going to make a vibration. That's obvious.
Yeah, and that vibration, sound is vibration.
Right, but it doesn't necessarily...
It created the wavelengths, which are sound.
But if nothing is there to hear the wavelength, to pick up the wavelength, to receive it, then did it make a noise?
Yes.
But nothing was there to receive the wavelength. Or were rabbits around? If animals were around, they heard it.
Yeah, but it's still not a person, and I wasn't there. But I would say it still makes a noise because...
I don't know, man.
Unless the laws of physics just decided to not work on this one tree...
Probably.
It made a noise.
But, I mean, the only... See, I'm on the other side, is that maybe it didn't make a noise. Maybe if nothing's around, not even animals, and this thing falls, nothing is there to pick up the vibration of the noise, therefore, it did not make a noise.
I still say it made the vibration... Because noise is vibration.
No, I understand
it made
that, but
the
no
noise.
one picked up the vibration.
But
to make a noise.
But what is the definition of noise then? Does noise
This.
only no?
Oh.
Does noise only become a noise when it's heard, or is it just a vibration at that point? Because vibration and noise is identical.
Do you see how this is challenging us though to have a conversation and dialogue?
No, because I wasn't challenged at all.
No, but you are. See, this challenged me, and actually, no. This challenged you. That I'm challenging you. So this started a challenge.
It didn't challenge me.
It does challenge. It challenges perspective because you're defending your side, aren't you?
Well, I guess, but I still feel like this is common sense.
But to you, it's common sense. To me, it actually makes sense what they say. Does it make a noise?
Yes, 100%.
I say it doesn't.
How?
I don't. Because nothing's there to pick up the noise.
Is this going down to the idea that a definition of a noise is the vibrations are only called a noise if there's an ear to hear them?
Probably.
I feel like there's something really flawed in that idea.
I don't think so.
Why?
Because something has to be there to the vibrations are going out there. Something needs to be there to hear it. If nothing's hearing it, there's no noise being produced.
But it's still creating a sound.
But no one's there to hear it.
But It doesn't matter.
This is
Like,
awesome.
okay, so like, let's say there's a dog, right? There's a dog. Say Sandy. Sandy,
Okay.
my dog. She's barking, but nobody's
Yeah.
home.
Okay.
So you're telling me,
But no, she's picking it up. She's hearing it.
so, no.
But trees don't have ears.
I know trees don't have ears, but that's the point. Everything that happens to create sound has happened. There's just no one there to listen to it.
Right.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen. It 100% happened.
I think
so.
the
Are we
tree
saying
falling happened. I think the vibrations happened. I don't think.
the vibration is the sound? You're just telling me it made a noise.
Oh my god! But I don't. I've been kidding this entire time.
I know you were playing devil's advocate.
But I will say this. As much as I don't believe that a noise isn't made, what I truly believe is if you're not there to witness it, there was no noise to you. There's no noise in that case.
Well, there was I think you could reasonably say that there was a noise made and someone says, "Oh, what was it?" I don't know. I wasn't there to hear it.
right.
You can make assumptions.
You can make assumptions, but
I would
you
agree
weren't
with
there.
that part, but that's not what the question's saying. It's like, did it make a noise at all? Obviously, it did.
But that's when I go back to you weren't there to listen to it. So did it make a noise?
Yes.
Well, we have to agree to disagree on this one, buddy.
You just said that this was all devil's advocate.
Oh my god, I love this. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Cause we're gonna end this because I'm telling you right now, I'm right. But this funny laugh. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you said we're gonna end this now because I'm right.
Oh, you need to react. I have to say that if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound?
Yes.
No.
Yes. It obviously makes a sound.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You thought you were gonna pull a Bugs Bunny on me?
You? Yes. No. Yes. No. 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 I like that.
No, it's still a no.
Well, that was an interesting conversation.
That was
Very interesting.
I had fun with that.
You really did.
Yeah.
That was funny. All right. I'm bored, so we're gonna end the sucker. We're gonna end the sucker. All right. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our lovely channel. Life is a bowl of cashews.
Where life is
Here we go.
Dang it. Where life is sweet, salty, and a little nutty.
Yeah.
Why do I always want to start with salty?
I don't know. Maybe you feel salty.
I don't think I do.
Oh, I don't think you're salty.
I like salty
I think you're
foods.
salty about Todd.
Todd's just kind of whatever. I'm not salty
I
about him.
wonder if he is in the history books anywhere.
I don't know. I think while I was actually looking up stuff about the tree thing,
Yeah.
I saw who actually made the quote. His name wasn't Todd.
What was it?
I forgot. Let me see. I saw it for a brief second. George Berkeley.
Nope. Todd. I like Todd better. Todd it is. Todd
Wait, is that the one the college name is after?
Berkeley?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Actually, UC Berkeley is named after the town it's in.
Oh. Well, maybe the town was
So
named
maybe
after the
the
dude.
town's named after the dude.
Maybe he was a he was a
He was
horseshoe
Todd.
maker. He was Todd.
Oh, Todd.
His name was George the whole time.
He hid himself out of disgrace.
Except it wouldn't be in the 1600s because it had to be in California, so
That's true.
probably like
true.
maybe 1800s.
Maybe. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for blah, blah, blah. And we'll talk to you.
Thank you so much for blah blah blah. I do not say blah blah blah.
This was a fun podcast. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.